Right, hello, welcome. Okay, so this morning I had to cut things. Well, I was only going to be on for half an hour, but it ended up being on for nearly an hour anyway. So I was on for my full time, but I sort of had to cut short in regards to my brother arriving, family stuff going on. Had to get some stuff sorted, finances and things. So what I'm going to do is those that have not had a question answered this morning, please, just for those that haven't have a question answered, I'm just going to continue with a thing. So Aldona, you're first. Let's start with you. Right, so let me just do this list. Don't forget, donations, anything from $1 does go back into the channel, does go back into what I'm doing here for you as well, allowing me to keep sharing my information, sharing my knowledge, my experience with tarot. For those that don't know, I'm in New Zealand, and I have worked with tarot for over 23 years now. I can't believe it. Time is just flowing, really. I have learned so much in regards to tarot and still continuing to learn as new decks come through. So there is a lot of things. There are a lot of services that I do offer for a free one-on-one, for a fee for a one-on-one session, which you can check out on Ko-Fi, Fiverr, Unseen Alley. You can check out my blog. You can check out my links. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. So if you're interested in contacting me for a service in particular, let me know in that way. Healings or readings. Healings, I do have a good variety of healing sessions as well as the readings. So let us begin with Aldona, and then I will do Mary. That there. So I'll do so for. So for Aldona, let's do this. Let's use the Stars and Moon Tarot. What can you do to move forward in your life? Good question. What can you do to move forward in your life? Okay. Oh, interesting. So we've got the Magician here. So it's all about manifesting what you truly want, using your skills and your abilities to be able to look beyond the illusion, to create the limitless possibilities here. Hi, Breaking Evil with Light. Yes, you can be added after Mary. You're after Mary, Breaking Evil with Light. So if you can just type in your question, please, that would be really great. Okay, Aldona, so it's very much about using your skills and knowing you're limitless. You have limitless possibilities to your thing. So it's all about using your abilities to look beyond the illusion. Feels like there's a lot of stuff that you need to actually look at. Look at what's deceiving you. Feels like there's a lot of things that you need to look at in regards to your thoughts, perceptions. Feels like you're taking something away from you. Feels like something's being taken from you, and it feels like you need to sort of get that back. Stand in your own power is going to be super important here. Now, I just got this inkling. Let me grab the box for a minute. I feel like with this here, let me Seven of Swords. Let me just read this, because there's a little bit of a message here. Oh, I just scratched myself. Seven of Swords. There's a little bit of a message here at the bottom. Follow your intuition and keep your senses sharp. Feels like you just got to trust in yourself, allowing yourself to acknowledge. I think that's very important, to acknowledge your skills, acknowledge your abilities, acknowledge what you are capable of. I think that's very important here, to acknowledge, to write down your skills and your abilities. Write down what you're capable of, what you're able to achieve. Write down your goals, what you want to do. It's about looking, and also look at things and maybe a little bit deeper. Maybe it's about quiet reflection, meditation. Look at what you want to manifest in regards to your reality. Standing in your own power, taking back what you feel's been taken from you, Aldona, is really important here. Being able to sort of stand in your power and take back what you feel has been taken. And that's that feeling of feeling stuck and anxious. So I feel like it's taking a deep breath. And it's interesting here because when I say sort of stand in your power and surrender, it's that sense of putting your arms in the air and just greeting the sun salutation. I don't know why sun salutations came to me. That sense of asana with the yoga could be really, really important here. That sense of greeting the sun in the morning, being able to sort of greet the sun. That can be really, really important here as well. So just some things to sort of think about, being able to sort of wake up in the morning and take a deep breath and just greet the sun. It's that whole arms out in the sides here and just greet the sun. Let the sun on your face first thing in the morning, allowing yourself that breath to be able to feel like you're ready to move forward. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. Right, Mary, then I'll do breaking evil with light. So I just need your question and then a Titi Geo as well. Thank you. So you want to think about your questions that begin with how, what, and why. It's all about you improving your journey, moving forward. They sort of make the best readings there. Right, so let's have a look. What's coming up for your education? Let's look at the Oceanic Tarot. Now, these decks here are all by Jane Wallace, these ones that I'm just doing at the moment. And these are great for if you're wanting to learn tarot, you want to read tarot straight out of the box. These are absolutely brilliant. So let's have a look at the Oceanic. I don't want the Crystal Power ones. Let's put them to one side. Do them next. Okay, what's coming up in your education life this year? So what's coming up with your education? What's important in regards to your education? Oh, because you guys start a new year, don't you? You guys are in a new year moment with your education. Right, so first thing card here is we've got the World card, which is very interesting. The World card is like you're moving into a new cycle. There's new possibilities here. You've achieved. It's all about what you've achieved in the last year. And it feels like you're moving into a new cycle. There's some movement coming up for you. Like you're moving into something new. Yeah, you're moving into something new. Okay, it's all about this sense of new beginnings. There'll be a bit of an emotional tide. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of emotions being spent this year. I think a lot of it's about your emotions. But I do feel like it's something new and exciting coming. It does feel like there's going to be new connections, new love, new emotions coming into play here. Feels like there's a lot of new beginnings in regards to your emotions as well. So I think a lot of it is about just acknowledge that there's going to be a lot of movement. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, very swirly sort of energy here. So I do feel like there's a lot of emotional stuff coming up for you this year. I do feel like you'll be dealing with your emotions. In regards to your education, I think your education is going to be quite emotional for you this year. So it's going to be very important that you take care of your emotions. I don't want the magical Nordic just yet. Right, let's do the Crystal Power one yet. Right, breaking evil. Right, with light. Does Davy Sylvia? Okay, you're looking at spell work. Okay, so it's really about how much power do you give it. Breaking evil with light. It's all about how much power do you give Davy. Hi, Rhonda. Just continuing from this morning. I just had to deal with my brother and all bits and pieces. We had some financial stuff that we need to discuss and some bits and pieces. And I just feel like the sun's coming out and it's getting hot. Let me just open some windows and doors before I burn in here, before I cook. It was raining before and it was quite cold, but it's got quite hot all of a sudden. Oh, ouch. So I do not want to cook in the caravan. Let me just open some skylight. Oh no, that's open, so that's okay. Let me just open that front door before I cook. Oh, that breeze is nice. Yes. I do not want to cook in here. Okay, so it depends on how much power breaking it. How much power do you give Davy to do the spell work? Okay. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to use the Crystal Power one. Crystal Power Tarot. Let's have a look. So what's going on here? Okay. So it's all about that perception. Okay. Again, I get that perception of shifting your perception, changing your perception. Don't give it power. Know that things can be better with what you focus on. Okay. It's all about creating that harmony of the mind. Being able to, don't give it power, basically here. It's all about having that sense of harmony within your mind, being able to look at knowing that peaceful times are available to you. Okay, peaceful times are available when that's what you focus on. If you focus on the spell work that someone's done towards you, you're going to give it power. So it's all about creating that sense of harmony of the mind, which is super important. It's all about seeing the truth, the facts. Okay, so it's all about allowing the sense of an ending so you can create a new beginning here. It's about things being final. It's about letting go of that spell work, sending it back, if you like, protecting yourself, making sure that you've got that sense of sugilite's the crystal here. So it's very much about really standing, again, you get that sense of having that ending, that final. Don't let it so that you've got new beginnings coming in your way. It's all about that having that sense of you shifting your perception in what you focus on. He's your current boyfriend. Hi, Egyptian Famous. How are you? Breaking light. He's your current boyfriend and you're wondering if he did spell work towards you. How much power are you going to give him? I think there's a thing about ending things here. When it comes to a boyfriend, I think there's some things that need to end so some new stuff can arrive here. It's all about shifting your perspective and how much power you give him in regards to that manipulation. Doesn't sound very positive. It sounds very negative energy here. Feels like there's a lot of thinking that you need to do. Does feel like there's a need, breaking evil with light. It feels like you need to do a lot of thinking about this this boyfriend here. I think you need to think about opportunities that arise for new stuff, new opportunities that arise for you. It's about completion, ending. He was your ex. Whew. And you've been together again since October. Whew. I think you need to do some serious thinking about things at the moment. Okay, I want to have a look and see what sugilite. Let me have a look here. Grab my crystal book. Move things around a little bit. Let me just grab a crystal book. I've just got a feeling why sugilites come up. So let me just have a look here. Why is sugilite come up? I don't know. I mean, I know this can be about a third eye, crown chakra. Sugilite, where are you? Here we go. S-C. S-U. Come on. Oh, here we go. Still stromite. Okay, sugilite. Let's have a look. Sugilite, astrological sign of Virgo, also known as Royal Novalet, Royal Azazel. Okay. It's about realization of the connection between the well-being of the body and the well-being of the mind. Attracts healing powers. It's been used in the treatment of all forms of disease. It's now surfaced to bring special healing powers to community. It's the lovestone of the age, perfection of the spiritual love of all that is, facilitating the manifesting of this energy. Okay, energite flows through from the crown to the base chakra, opening the chakras and providing a pathway for the movement of Kundalini. It's quite effective in the heart chakra, allowing you to feel balanced and in tune with your heart. Sugilite can assist in reminding the user of the reasons for being in the physical body and for living on Earth plane. Helps one to forgive oneself, enhancing one's understanding of the lessons which have been chosen for this visit to the physical realm. It's useful in facilitating memory to answer the question, why am I here? It can be used to protect against harsh realities of the world, enable one to willingly accept being here and living in the now. It can help one to believe in oneself, especially if there's an inherent unstable uniqueness which one manifests. It's not usually universal. It can be used to eliminate any hostility and things going on. It can be used to eliminate any anger, abrasiveness, jealousy, and prejudice. All of the negative that one could imagine. Gives a feeling of being free, being on top of the mountain. Infuses the being with an inspiration and confidence. Insights when meditating with sugilite can hold sugilite and meditate upon the effects. Insights are astonishing. For discouragement or despair, sugilite can be placed on the third eye and one may breathe in the company. It allows for the flow of gentle, loving information from the spiritual world to the mental plane, bringing peace and relaxation to the user. Furthers one creative endeavors for providing cooperation between the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies, while enhancing precision and action. It vibrates to the numbers 2, 3, and 7. So I think there's a lot of need in regards to a self-awareness for yourself. I think you need to do a lot of thinking here. There are things about ending. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay, hi Bart, how are you? Oh, you're on your long break still from YouTube. Thanks for posting in the Facebook page. That's muchly appreciated. Love reading your bits, your readings and things coming through, your different insights to the cards. And I hope you enjoy the joining Ace of Cups as well. I sent you an invite for that one as well. Right, so hi Mira, hi Deepika. So yes, so I am doing everybody through. So I'm just up to here, Titi, and then I'll do who else hasn't had a reading this morning. So can you just please make sure you type your question in once and I will flick yes, you're on. Take care, breaking evil with light. Take care of yourself. That's really important. So the question is, will the person I have in my heart say, what's the future hold for you? So what you want to know is, what does the future hold for you two? What's your connection? What's the foundation of your relationship here? And let's use the magical Nordic. Oh, condolences, but oh, sorry about your loss, but that can be really tricky. That can be really hard. Yes, Mira, you're on the list because I'm just cruising at the moment. This is sort of a extra live from this morning's one. A little bit of an extra live. Right, my question is, will the person I have in my heart be my husband or life partner? So what lies ahead for the two of you? What's the connection? Let's have a look. Okay. Feels like you're waiting. You're waiting and waiting. You're waiting for something for a long time here. Okay, I actually got King of Wands reversed. So I actually feel like there's not going to be any action whatsoever. Feels like you're going to be waiting around for a very long time for it to happen. So it's telling me that there's no new adventures here. There's no possibilities. Doesn't feel like it's going to be a husband or a life partner. If there is anything going on, it could be for a moment, for whatever that is. It's not going to be someone for a long time. It feels like there's feels like you need to look at what you're sacrificing in regards to the situation. What are you stopping yourself from moving forward in? Okay, so it does feel like there's a lot of things that you're waiting around for. You're waiting instead of being in the now and being in the moment and just having this sense of understanding. You're very much in limbo. You're in suspension. You're waiting and waiting, and it feels like there's going to be no action taken for a while. Okay, for a while. You're going to be waiting for a little while about things. I just don't feel like there's going to be any action taken at this time. Okay, so let's do the field tarot next. Yeah, okay. Next person I'm doing is there's Rhonda. I don't know if you want one. Egyptian famous. Just need to see if it's a question for you. Okay, so next on my list here is Topeka. I'll do mirror. I'm just doing the questions as I see them, and I'll just go through them. So if you've typed in your question, you'll get it answered. Current feelings. So what's going on with Sadiq? Oh, that flew out as soon as I asked what's happening. 2 cards flew out. Interesting. So we've got the Chariot here, and the black and white actually stood out for me, but it does feel like there's a bit of a gray area going on here. So I feel like there's a lot of contemplation, a lot of thinking about the path that they're taking. There is a lot of contemplation, a lot of thought about the path. And it does seem to be like there is a grey area between the black and white. Okay, it just seemed to sort of come out quite strongly for that moment. So with the Chariot, there's a lot of contemplation, thinking about their right path taking. Okay, there is a vision. There is some thoughts about it. Okay, with the 3 of Wands, it does say that it's taking a moment to take a pause, to reflect on what's possible. So there is a lot of thinking about this relationship. There is a lot of thinking about what to do, but there doesn't seem to be any action taken. And why we say there's no action is because we've got the 3 of Wands, and it's that sort of standing still with contemplation, with reflection, with thinking about the goals that lie ahead. So there doesn't seem to be any actual action taken. It just seems to be blocking off the action taking. Okay, even though we would normally see that there is some action here, seems to be blocking it off. The 3 of Wands is blocking the Chariot here. So there doesn't seem to be any action actually being taken. Okay, so it seems to seems to be a lot of thinking about things. Does think about doing a lot of thinking about it, but not actually doing anything. There's no actual action. Okay, so next mirror. Okay. want to talk about your music. Let's use the Starman Tarot. Talking about music. Now, the Starman Tarot, for those that don't know, was actually created by David Doantions, where he was working with David Bowie before David Bowie passed on. So this is all about music. So what's going to happen with this for a certain, will I make good music and songs for a certain TV show? Okay, so you're looking for this for the TV show. So what's going on here with your music? Let's have a look. Will you unlock your music gifts spiritually? Let's have a look. Remember, I'm only doing 2 cards here. So if you do want more information, don't forget you can donate through Ko-Fi if you want a little bit more. And remember, that money goes straight back into the channel. Does help. Does help me keep doing these readings. It does help me keep being able to be here as well. So what's going to happen with your music? Let's have a look here. Okay, the first one we've got here is Princess of Swords. Okay, the Princess of Swords tells us to take a hard look at the truth. I think you need to look at your music. Look at the way that you play. Look at, I think you need to look at the facts. A lot of it here is about looking at your facts, looking at being able to face your facts. Look at the truth of what you need to do. What do you need to do to actually make it happen? Okay, you can't just, excuse the language, I'm going to say this, you can't just sit on your ass and expect it to happen. There's some things that you need to do. It's not just about thinking about it. It feels like there's a lot of thought going into it, but there's no action. No, it's not bad. It's sort of saying that you need to take action. You need to think about what you actually need to physically do. There's no action. There's a lot of thinking about it, but there's no actual action. You need to start off small. I think you're thinking, you're trying to, I think you need to start off small. So what do you need to do to make it happen? Yep. So it's time for you to start looking at your goals. It's time for you to look at your experiences. Okay. It's looking at memories of your past. It's looking at creating memories in regards to your music. So what things do you need to actually do to create the memories that you can use to get where you want to be? Okay, it's about starting off small. I think it's very much about looking at the facts, looking at the truth of what's actually going on here, and what action do you actually need to take, small steps to get where you need to be. You're not going to get on this TV series immediately. There's some steps that you've got to take. And it all comes down to looking at your, you know, acknowledging your experience, acknowledging it's about joining a music school of some sort, whether that's singing, playing music, all those things have got to come into play, but you've got to, there's some things that you need to do. So nothing's going to happen. This is not going to happen until you've, so this is actually not going to happen until you've actually done the steps. Yeah, start small. Basically, that's what it's saying when it says, look at the facts. Look at your experience that you've had so far and how you can improve that. What's the next step in regard to your experience to create the memories? Like, I get a sense like creating a CV in a way, creating a resume of your experience in regards to music. Okay, so it's all about what steps can you take. That's why it says about looking at your facts, looking at the truth of what you've what's going on. Okay, so it's not a bad thing. It's just reminding you to just sort of take a breath, have a look at where you need to be. Okay, so next, so I'm just waiting for that next question. Emma. Oh, you got that postal tarot kitty. Oh, cool, Bart. Cool. Make sure you share it in the group, won't you? I don't know if I haven't looked today. I've had a bit of a busy morning, so I haven't looked in the group today. So, yeah. Oh, awesome. that Pastel Kitty Tarot deck. Make sure you post it in the group. Share it, share it. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we've got how does IST feel towards you? And let's do the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Now, these are the same people that have done Dark Mansion. This deck is from the same people who've done Dark Mansion, done the new Slavic Tarot as well. Quite beautiful. So this was given to me as a gift, actually. So quite lucky. So you're welcome, Mirror. You know, you can achieve your goals, but it's all about looking at the steps that you need to take to get there. That's important. So how does IST feel towards you, Emma? So let's have a look. What's going on here? How does IST feel? What's the connection? What's going on here? Wow, Queen of Cups. Sees you as someone who's very kind, caring. Does seem to be a very sort of kind and caring energy going on here. A very loving energy. Oh, but we do have the Tower. I think things are going to be a bit shaky, a bit wobbly. They might see you as someone who's very kind and caring, very loving sort of energy. But I do feel like it's going to sort of rock your world a little bit. It's going to shake your world up a little bit. I think you're going to get some understanding about things as well. I think you're going to get some closure very soon. You're going to get an understanding so that you can rebuild the life that you want. I don't think things are going to be quite the way you expect them to be. I think things are going to be a little bit shaky, a bit wobbly. You do feel a bit of a doom and gloom sort of energy. It does feel like, yes, it feels really good, really positive, like that how they see you, but it's not what you expect. Okay, just because they see you kind and caring and loving type of energy, it's not going to go in the direction that you want it to. Okay, it does feel like there's a bit of a wobble to the whole situation. It feels very shaky. It feels like there's a lot. It feels like you're going to be forced to break down your expectations in regards to the situation. So I don't think, like, even though they see you as kind and caring and loving, I feel like they might see you as someone who can be a bit gentle, you know, not very assertive. They might, this is their perspective, remember, this is their perspective. They might see you as someone who is quite gentle, quite kind, maybe a bit of a, I want to say a walkover in a way. That's how they see you. So I think it's going to be a bit of a shake up for you. I think they've misunderstood who you truly are. So it might not be what you expect. I think they're going to get a bit of a shock. I think it's going to be a bit of a shock to them. I think they might think of you as a bit of a walkover, but I think they're going to get a bit of a shock because I don't think you are. Right, now where are we? So looked at Emma, but he didn't want reading. Right, Sunny. Let's do you next. And then after Sunny is Intuitive Chosen One. Yeah, Emma, I think you're a lot stronger than people realize. I think you're a lot stronger, a lot tougher than people realize, and you're not going to be a bit. Get a feeling like even though you're kind and caring, I don't feel like you're a walkover, even though that's what people perceive you as. They sort of judge the book by the cover in a way. So feel like you're a lot stronger than people realize. Right, what are Zarin attentions towards you? Right, let's do Meraki Tarot. Let's do the Meraki Tarot. Oops, I don't want the Deck of Heroes. What is Zarin? Oh, didn't mean to do that. It's a bit clumpy with this deck. Okay, so what I'm using is the Meraki Tarot now. It has come out in a second edition, borderless edition, for those that caught. So you can check out her website. Okay, what is Zaren's intention towards you? What do you got? Four of Cups. Now, Four of Cups is quite stagnant. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any action. It's a sort of sense of stability in the situation. There doesn't seem to be any action taken. And then we've got Nine of Swords. Again, you get that sense of worry, stress. So I don't feel like there's any action taken. I think they're worrying about, I think they've got a lot of, Zaren's got a lot of their own worry, a lot of stress going on. They've got their own stuff happening with the Four of Cups. They've got their head down. They're feeling very sorry for themselves. They might be feeling, and with Nine of Swords, again, you get that stress and worry. So I do feel like they get that dissatisfaction with what's going on in their life right now. So I don't feel like there's any action. I feel like they're very wrapped up in their own world right now. Zaren's very wrapped up in their own world right now. Okay, I feel like they've got a lot going on. They've got their own stuff happening. And so you've got that sense of head down, dissatisfaction with life, with that sense of stress and worry. They've got a lot of stuff going on. So they're not really thinking about you at the moment. They haven't got any intentions towards you at the moment because they're wrapped up in their own little world. Okay, so yeah, it just doesn't seem like you're at the forefront of their thoughts right now. They've got a lot of their own stuff going on. You know, you've got to remember, sometimes people get very busy with their own stuff. They get wrapped up in their own world. They don't have time to think about anything else. So, next here we have the last one here. Okay, so who might be currently hacking into your accounts? Well, remember, this is a little bit getting into, this is a legal issue. I hope you've sort of taken some cautions in regards to your accounts as much as you can. Using a VPN could be useful. I don't know why that came in, but using a VPN could be really, really important for you right now. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to do Hocus Pocus, I think, with this one here. Hocus Pocus sort of energy. Email accounts and things like that. Okay, yeah, email, everything like that. If you use a VPN, it's going to stop a lot of that sort of stuff going on. It does protect you in many ways. You do? Well, then obviously someone with your password, someone's got into your password. Someone knows your password. You've shared, yeah. You see, a Surfshark, a VPN should stop all that. So it's someone you know. Someone that knows your passwords. Okay, so what's going on in regards to your email accounts? Okay, let's have a look. What's going on with the... Actually, I just got told, if you want to do that, the best thing to do... Oh, where's my Lenormand? Let's see. I use a Lenormand deck here in regards to people. Let's see if I can get... Let's see if they can tell us who's... I will use the tarot in a minute, but I just want to see something here. I want to try something just using Lenormand. We're looking at hacking accounts. So let's tell us here. Okay, you got someone who's definitely, you get a rider. So you got someone who sort of rides, I don't know whether they ride animal or a motorbike or something like that. I just got motorbike for some reason. So someone who sort of, I'm doing this literally, I'm not doing as in Lenormand things, but just somebody who sort of rides seems quite important. Someone who's quite new to your life. Someone who's quite new to your life. Okay, someone that, of course, you trusted. but it's someone who rides something. But I also get that sense of newness. Someone who's quite young at heart. Okay, you got someone who's quite young at heart. Quite youthful, quite young at heart. And the next card we've got is sort of a feminine energy. Someone who's quite soft, who's quite gentle, but yet there's another side of them. So someone who's new to your life. Okay, you got someone who's very feminine in their energy, very young at heart, very young, it talks about small youth sort of energy. Someone who's quite new, someone you haven't known for a very long time. It's not someone you've known for a long time. It's someone who's quite new. It's definitely someone that you know. Okay, and then you've got someone who rides something, rides horses, rides motorbikes, bikes, something like that. Someone who rides, or someone who's quite new to you, because we get that sense of actually rider can also be about masculine energy as well. So you've got this someone who's quite so it could be male but has a very feminine energy to them. Could be male but has a very feminine energy. So it's someone you know. Male. I just got told male. I thought it was someone who rode, but could be riding a male who rides in some way. I felt like a very literal rider, which was interesting. But someone who's new to your life. Very young at heart, very youthful energy. Someone who's very youthful. And they do have a very gentle, like they show you a very gentle side to them on top of their so they show you that they're kind and caring. So you wouldn't believe it's them, even though you know it's them, but it's that they put on a persona, if you like, a very feminine, a very gentle feminine. It could be a bisexual male. Yes, very much so. You've got that gentleness to them, but in this, could be a bisexual male, which is interesting because I got the woman card, but yet I keep getting male with this. Male energy with this. Yeah. I think you know exactly who it is. You've got to change your passwords. You've got to lock this person out of your life. You've got to get this person out of your life. This person is toxic. So let's see if I'm just going to do this. Hi, Kate. Yes, you can. You've written your question. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. You got 7 of Pumpkins here, which is about that sense of reflecting on who you want in your life. I think this is a person that you don't want in your life. Oh, gee, that flew out. That gave me a fright. Justice, legal, trying to find a sense of yes. Someone else is involved. Yeah. I don't mean that you're involved. I didn't mean romantically involved. I just meant within your circle of friends. Okay, your circle of acquaintances, if you like, people that you know. Yeah. I feel like there needs to be a sense of justice to the situation, like justice has come out, legalities. I think it needs to be legal. I think you need to be very cautious, be very aware, having a sense of cutting away. See, with the sword here, with the justice card, can be about cutting away the negative aspects of the journey of your life, of that part of the life. It's about making sure you sort of cut. Yeah. I think you need to make sure that you change your passwords, do all you need to do. Make sure you do like an alternative connection. It comes through on your cell phone. What I do is I do anything that I log in my password with, as much as I can, I make sure that it connects to my cell phone as well. So I always get a text when someone logs into my account, if someone logs in. or I log in from a different device and I know it's me. So I can agree with that. But yeah, Google verification is quite good an alternative with a lot of that stuff. So I just, yeah, don't know why that came through. But yeah, definitely think you need to sort of cut the thing. So yeah, I think you know exactly who it is, what it's about, and how he's very toxic. Very, very toxic person. Two-step factor. That's it. That's a two-step factor. Yeah, I always get it through connected to my cell phone. So anytime I log in anywhere, it automatically goes to my cell phone. So I have to do a verification. So it's quite good. So I always know. So I can stop it. Two-step factor. Yep, that's it. Right. So hopefully that helps. Intuitive chosen one. Oh my God. Yeah. Hope that helps. Okay, so ending soon. Maybe. Right. What's coming for you in your connection with Shav? You're not in contact at the moment. Both female and you love her a lot. Let's have a look at the for Huxa Tarot. Okay, so what's going on with this connection? Even though you're not in contact or anything. Let's have a look. What have I got? 2 cards flew out. No, 7 of Pumpkins is 7 of Pentacles. It's all about what do you want to bring into your life. It's about reflection. You know, what do you want to harvest in your life? Okay, so what's going on here with the Chav in the future? Okay, feels like there is a lot of secrets to be revealed. Okay, does feel like there's a lot of secrets to be revealed. Does feel like there's a lot of hidden stuff going on. There's a lot of hidden stuff happening. Okay. And then you got Elder of Earth, which is looking for opportunities. It's about being very practical about the situation, physical, practical about it all. So I think there's a lot of stuff that's hidden that's not going to be revealed. Okay, so you need to be quite practical in how you approach the situation here, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's not going to be revealed. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's going to stay hidden. And you know, I get the sense of being practical in your approach to the situation here. No idea. It just says it's just not going to be revealed. It just feels like there's a lot of stuff going on in her. Maybe there's a lot of stuff going on in Chav's life that's not going to be revealed. Yeah. Feels like it's quite private. She's got a lot of stuff going. Maybe there's a lot of stuff going on in their own life. Chav's got a lot of stuff in their own future, their own stuff that's not going to be revealed. So there's a lot of stuff that's not going to thing. So it's about taking a very practical, it just says taking a practical approach with the Elder of Earth. Can be about taking a practical approach to the situation. But let's have a look. I just feel like there's something I'm missing in regards to the story here. Sometimes it happens. I get a bit of a thing here. I just go, no, just need to. That makes sense. Okay, so that makes sense. I was trying to get a sort of a bigger picture about it. It just feels like it seems like there's some disputes or there's some stuff going on. There's a dispute in regards, like a disagreement in the way that they feel about the situation. Okay, with the Elder of Earth, there is like the sense of disputes. There is some stuff going on. There's definitely some stuff going on. There's some disputes, some disagreements, which is going to bring in some other opportunities to the situation. So yeah, I just don't feel like there's anything there. I just feel like there's no connection at this moment. Just doesn't feel like there's any connection at the moment with stuff going on. Just doesn't feel like there's any action to be taken just yet. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, that if it's personal to that other person, we're not told, because that's a third party. That's their business. We don't have permission to know. Don't know why I just put that deck away. Sometimes we don't have permission to know someone's business. It's one thing with me working with my spirit guide. There's some things I'm not given in regards to information, because it's not my business. It's not our business. It's not your business. It's personal to them. And that's called a third party. So that's why we might not be given that information. Sometimes in a reading, there are just some things to think about, guys. Just a little things to think about. When you're not in communication with somebody, there might be some stuff going on in that person's life that's none of your business. So spirit is not going to give it to me. My spirit guide's not going to give me that information, because it's private. Okay, it's private to that person, and that person's not here to share their information. So that's why we're not given that information, because it's private to them. It's a third party. That's their stuff. So we're not given that information. We're only given the information that affects you. Hey, Bart. Hi. Yes, Bart. Yeah, I can get that you understand it. So I just want you guys to understand that sometimes we're not given the information that you want, because it's none of your business. It's not your stuff to know. It belongs to that other person. So my spirit guide's not going to give it to me to give to you. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand, if I'm not giving you the information that you want, it's because spirit's not giving it to me. They're not allowing me to that information. Okay, just so that you guys know, I'm not trying to be difficult or anything like that. And I want you guys to have the best reading possible. I want you guys to be empowered on your journey. This is about you. Okay, so it's all about your journey. And sometimes things don't always happen the way that you want, especially when there's no communication. Okay, if there's no contact, there's always a reason behind it. And that reason might have nothing to do with you. Okay, it's your own private stuff going on. So I just want you guys to understand that. So let's do the Tarot of the Divine. Yeah, I know you do, Bart. You're a reader. You know about that sort of stuff. You understand that sometimes spirit just doesn't give us the cards, just don't give us the information we want, but what we need. So I get that I know that you know all that sort of stuff with being a reader and that, and you read cards. I love the messages that you put in the group. I love trying to have a quick read of them sometimes, and they really, it's good because your chance to sort of think and reflect. So if anyone's interested in joining the Facebook group Hikate's Crossing for sharing their own readings, sharing their own YouTube channels, remember, Bart, if you're doing any lives or anything like that for readings or anything like that, you can post it in the Facebook group. Don't feel that you Ace of Cups is the same. Vicky said that you're more than welcome to share your channel and everything like that as well. But you're more than welcome to share your YouTube channel in Ace of Cups as well as Hikate's Crossing. So, right, will your crush try to pursue you? No communication, even though there's no communication. Okay. Oh, card just flew out there. Let me just grab it from the ground. Oh, that went in a different direction than I thought. That flew. Okay, Ace of Swords. Now, interesting card here. I want you to see that there's this wall, okay? And there's this strings holding it tight. And it feels like you've got to cut through it. And it's a bit of a sharp cut, and it doesn't feel like anything's happening. It feels like it's a real struggle. So it does feel like there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of there's a block to it. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of cut to it. It feels very foggy, feels very heavy. So it feels like there's no communication. So there's definitely feels like there's something blocking the way to it. It's blocking in regards to the way that you communicate, the ideas, the plans, any plans to happen, any action. Feels like it's being stopped. No, intuitive charm, I don't. I do it every 2 days. If you check into my Facebook, if you check on my Facebook, check into the YouTube channel, check into the about, it tells you the schedule. Or into community post, if you go into the community post, should I say, tells you the schedule. Check out some of the posts that have been on before. And you'll see when I do my readings. It's usually every 2 days. I try not to do every day because it just burns me out. I normally only do an hour at a time because I do get very, very tired and very, it's a lot of energy that I'm giving here. So we've got this 10 of coins, which tells us there's a wealth and abundance. It's like something you've been inherited, something coming in. So it's about choosing your well-being in a way. Choosing your well-being. So it does feel like there's a block, there's something stopping the clarity in the situation. So, and it does talk about a wealth and inheritance. It feels like something's coming. Something's coming. B. Oh my God. Thank you for the donation. Oh my God, I did not expect that. Thank you very much. Muchly appreciated. Yes, B. You did donate. Thank you very, very much. So I'll do your reading. Just need to type in your question, please. So will your crush try to pursue you? I feel like there's a block at this time. There's definitely something stopping the situation here. So it's going to give you a sense of completeness, of unity, of things sort of coming together. In a way, I think it just gives you that ability to have a sense of how you choose to react to the situation, how you choose to have that wealth, that sense of completeness of everything coming together. So I just don't feel like there's going to be any action taken. I don't feel like there's any action at all, but I do feel like it's going to give you a chance to choose your own a sense of how you choose to react, how you choose to have that sense of completeness, of well-being. Okay, so no, I don't feel like there's going to be any pursuing in any way. I don't feel like, I feel it's very, I feel like it's a bit of a struggle, the situation. At this stage, things could change. Things could break through. He could get a sense of clarity, but that's not showing it at the moment. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Christiana. And I've just done CV. Oops. Charmaine, I'm just waiting for, oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, Shazman, I've just got to do Christiana because they did donate. Just did B, sorry, B, I've just got to do her reading. So, she's such a sweetheart with her support. Muchly appreciated because the money goes back into the channel, of course, and helps keep me going with all this. Because everything costs with what I do with in regards to the business. So every dollar helps, of course, into things. So will you get unexpected news next week? So let's have a look here. Let's do Alice in Wonderland. Just grab that. Oh. Alice in Wonderland. Shaman, I'll do you next, Shazman. You're welcome. Oh, will you get unexpected news next week? Let's have a look. What's going to happen with the news? Oh, gee, that just flew out, gave me a heart attack. I didn't expect that. Right, let's pull that card out. The first thing I get is King of Spears. King of Spears is the same as King of Swords. So it's that sense of over-analyzing. So I feel like it's the news coming in. So there's definitely some thoughts, some ideas. It's definitely a communication coming in next week. Definitely feels like there's new communication coming in next week with the King of Swords. So yeah, I do feel literally that it is news coming in. It does feel like there's that sense of that. And here you've got this King of Flowers, which is interesting, which is all about adventures. So yes, definitely feels like you'll get some unexpected news next week. Feels very positive. So it feels like things are moving in the right direction for you. Let me just choose one more card here, and then I'll get the card here. So we've got Judgment, we've got this awakening. I get a sense of blowing your own trumpet. Again, you get that announcement card. Okay, I feel like something's being announced. I feel very literal. Announcement, news, you know, you asking. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to get some news next week. Okay. Ooh, okay, it's going to be by Tuesday. Let's have a look. By Tuesday, the world tells us a new cycle. I said by Tuesday, and it gives me the new cycle card. So yes, it does feel like it's going to be, you know, early next week. Definitely feels like it's going to be early next week. So what else does B need to know about the situation? Okay, what else does need to know? The situation. Messages for a rabbit. Service to the animal world. So I feel like we need an animal card. Okay, so in regards to the animal card, let's get the spirit. Let's see. What animal? No info, you haven't got skipped. I'll do you next. Don't worry, you haven't been skipped. Everyone will get a reading. I'll go through and flick through. If you've typed your question in, I've read it, and let's have a look. No, I haven't skipped yet. Okay. Animal. What animal card is important? I'm just doing the donation first. I have to do the donations because I've paid. So Wombat Spirit. Interesting card. Be at home. It's being comfortable, being at home. Be at home. The Wombat Spirit. So let's have a look and see what the Wombat has to say. Burying deep into the ground, remaining safe and sound and well fed with the family is a special trait of the Wombat. Home sweet home is always available. If you recognize that well-being is the truth of life, Wombat Spirit reminds you that to be truly at home in the world, you need to find comfort within your own skin. You do this by accepting all your experiences without judgment, through a deep honesty and love of life. When you feel the freedom to be yourself, you can begin to truly feel at home in your life with your family and tribe. Right now, you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity and settle into a true sense of home and well-being. Understanding all is well. Everything you do from this place rings true in harmony with spirit. Okay? So that's your message. So hopefully that helps. Right, I'm still flicking through the right, I've just got to do Shasmin's and then I'm going to do info. So no, you're not missing out. Let me get back into Shasmin's one here. And then I'll do info. So I'm doing Shasmin, then info. So what have I missed? Where's Jasmine's question? So now I've lost it. Because didn't I just type that up? Jasmine. Oh, there it is. So why have I got that? Right. Jasmine, then info's next, and then I will continue with the list. So just give me a minute. Just going to put this away. Because I live in a caravan, for those that don't know, I live in a gated community in a tiny home, which is a caravan and an annex, which is really cool. Permanently living here, but this is really cool space. And so I'm absolutely getting cooked. I can cook if I don't open up windows and skylights, of course. And everything's in a tiny place. My office is tiny. So I have to put everything away as I go. Right. Let's have a look. Okay, can he feel your actual cord cutting? Let's do, we're doing that. Let's do the cats, independent, cats rule the earth. So what's going on with your cord cutting? Can H feel the cord cutting? What's going on with the cord cutting? Is it affected? How does it affect H when you cut the cords? Okay, it makes them think and reflect. When you cut the cord, it's making them think and reflect and reach out. I feel like there's a sense of reaching out in the situation. It's interesting because we get the Two of Wands as well. Makes them, again, I get that thinking about the direction they're moving on. So yes, I do feel that they feel that when that cord cutting, it you might feel like they're reaching out to you again. Every time you do the cord cutting, they try and reach out. They're looking at their own decisions, their own thoughts about what's going on. And so you might feel that energy. I feel like a tug, like it's a bit of a yo-yoing energy going on here in regards to choices to be made. So yeah, with the reflecting going on, I feel like there's a lot of pausing, a lot of reflecting. So yeah. Okay, so it's about not letting them, when you cut the cords, you have to not think about them. You know what I mean? You really have to just get on. And because they do feel that tug. And that's why you feel like you've got to cut the cords. I think this is going to be a bit of a process for you. I feel like it's a bit of a it feels like you're going around and around in circles. I think this is going to take a bit of time with the cord cutting. I just got Carly for some reason. Carly sort of stood out to me in regards to cutting the, here we go. Let me just do this for some reason. Let me see this. Okay, sorry, just every now and then this stuff comes into my head. I've got to deal with it straight away when I get these messages coming through. All of a sudden, random thoughts. Feels very random. Here we go. Kali, the Hindu goddess, with destroying the old so the new can come through. Kali Ma is that sort of mothering type of energy that she has, very nurturing, but she's also very tough and firm at the same time. So it's very much about destroying the old so the new can be created. She has that energy. Okay, so hopefully that helps. I don't know why that came through, but she came through quite strongly. So Carly came through quite strongly, Jasmine. So I don't know whether there's a reason for that, or whether it's a goddess that you could work with in regards to the cord cutting, but definitely do some more research on that. Okay, so let's have a look. Info is next. Info entertainment, and then I will check and see who's next. Seth, you're after that by the looks of it. Info and then Seth. Right. And then I will do Pisces as the last one, because I really should be giving up. I should be taking some time out for me. I shouldn't be here for much longer. No, K-A-L-I. Let me write it down for you. Hindu goddess. Kali and Kali Ma. Different aspects. You'll find there are different aspects of Kali as well. Kali Ma. So what's Rizwan's next action towards your husband? Rizwan. Who's Rizwan's next action towards your husband? Okay, so with that, I'm going to look at Gilded Tarot Royale. So what's Rizwan's next action towards your husband? So what? I don't know how. So what's going on here? So what's happening with Rizwan? What's his action towards your husband? What's going on here? Rizwan's next action. So I don't know who Rizwan is, of course, but let's have a look. Spirit's going to give us. What do they give us in regards to this situation? Whew. Feels like they're very much, and again, you get that sense of looking at things from a different perspective. Feels like Rizwan's next action is about looking at things from a different perspective. Business friends. Okay, business friends. Okay, they're looking at things from a different perspective. Feels like they're looking at things from looking at all their options that are available to them, looking at trying to get a sense of enlightenment, a sense of understanding to the situation. Maybe they feel like they're in limbo at the moment. They're in suspension, like they're not quite able to move forward. They're really looking at abundance and prosperity. They're looking at creating a new project in regards to your husband. They're looking for something new, the birth of something new. I do feel like Rizwan, being your being your husband's business friend, is looking for a new project. They're looking for the birth of something new, looking to create something new. So at the moment, they're feeling like they're stuck, they're in suspension, they're looking at all their options that are available to them. And so they're looking to create something new, looking for the birth of a new project, a new business opportunity. Even though they're in fight. Okay, so yeah, so that's most probably why he's looking for a new opportunity. So maybe he's looking at wanting to cut free from what's going on. That's why he feels like he's in suspension. He's looking at all his options that are available to him. So maybe he's looking for new options to move away from, to break free here. So he's looking to create something new. He's wanting the birth of something new on his own, maybe. Looking for something new on his own. Looking for the birth of something. So maybe he's looking to separate, to move away from. Because at the moment he's feeling very stuck. He's in limbo in regards to with your husband. Okay, so Seth, you're next. How does Jose feel and think about me? I really like him. It's like, I don't know, I want to get closer as friends, but if there's anything else. So what's going on with this connection? So let's do the Tarot Decorative, again by Chiro. Right, so let's have a look here. What's going on with Jose? What's the connection? He says mixed up. Okay. I feel like I feel like he's looking for new opportunities. He's looking to break free from your husband. Looking at all his options. Right. So what's going on here, Seth? What's going on with Jose? Let's have a look. What's happening with this? Okay, so we get the Queen of Cups here. So we've got the Queen of Cups. So I do a bit of translation here with the French. So Queen of Cups. So you've got that sense of looking at the emotional connection here. It's looking at this, seeing you as someone who is kind, caring, gentle, you know, maybe a bit, I want to say, yeah, it just feels very gentle, very kind, very caring sort of energy. Okay. So I do feel like Jose feels or thinks about you as someone who's kind, caring, gentle soul. Okay. A very watery, emotional soul. Okay. So what lies ahead? Oh, interesting. So we get this, the High Priestess in this here. So I do feel like there's a lot of learning to do. I do come in, there's a lot of learning. There's I do get that there are hidden stuff. I think there's a lot of secrets to be revealed. I think there's a lot of stuff going on here, but I think it's very much about the knowledge that you've gained. I think you need to look at the knowledge that you've actually gained. What do you know about this friendship? Okay. I want you to look at what you do know in regard to this friendship. Trust your intuition. A lot of it is about trusting your intuition. Look at the magic. Look at the emotional side of it. The reason why I say about the emotions is because of the moon connection with the don't get loony about it. Don't get loony about it, Seth. Don't get a little bit don't get obsessive about it or any way. Don't get obsessive. Don't get loony about the whole situation. He is a Capricorn, by the way. Okay. Yeah. So don't get loony about it. I think you've just got to let things, trust your intuition, go with the flow sort of energy. Here, I do feel like things are going to be brought into fruition in that way. Don't get loony about it. Just allow things to flow. Oh, Egyptian. Yeah, I know you're working. No worries. Just type in your question when you're ready, Egyptian famous. Yep, I know it's a like relationship, but he does see you as quite emotional. I just feel like it's just about, I just think you just got to let things flow, be in the now, be in the moment, trust your intuition. Just trust in how you, I think you need to trust your own intuition with it. Just go with the flow, be gentle with it, just go with the flow, just allow things to be. From what I see, it's just about letting things be in the now. Don't get loony about it. Don't get obsessive about it all. Just take a breath. I just got don't be loony about it. I don't know why. I just said don't be loony about it. Don't be obsessive. Don't be. I got that moon energy coming in quite strongly. And when I got the words loony, emotional. So don't get emotional about it. Okay. So just don't get obsessive about it. Just let things be in the now. Don't let your emotions get the better of you with the situation, is what I sort of get, was just let things be. Just let things be. It'll happen naturally. It'll happen organically. Okay, just allow it to happen organically. Yeah, you're overthinking him. You're obsessive with him. You overthink. Yep, you need to take a step back. Take a breath, Seth. Take a breath. I just got don't be loony about it. Don't be obsessive. Don't be loony. Don't overthink things. Just let things be in the now. Be in the moment. It'll happen organically if it's meant to be. Right. Now, Egyptian famous and Pisces. Now, Egyptian famous was in ages ago, but she's been busy working. So I am going to type in your question. I'm going to do your question now. Yep, do your own thing. Live your own life. Okay, I still haven't quite finished yet. We've got Pisces to do, but I did promise Egyptian famous who's been working. So what's going to happen in what month? Oh, so let's do, if we're going to do this, let's do the timing cards. Let's do the, let's see if it tells me. Let's use the, where are we? Cards of time. If we're going to do this, let's do the cards of time. Okay, can you just tell me what month? What month will be a reconciliation? What month? Whoa, this one here popped out. So what does it say? Virgo. But 6 weeks. 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 weeks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is ask about this within the next 6. So will you reconcile in the next 6 weeks? Let's use the deck of heroes. And I'm actually going to use the romantic tarot as well. Oh, I don't know why. I'm just going to use these two together. Right. Okay, so, okay, we got the 6 weeks. Okay, let me, what's going on here? It's all muddled up. Okay, so tell me about this reconciliation in the next 6 weeks. So what's going on here? So I feel like it's going to be after Christmas. Christmas, New Year. Okay, sun shining on the situation. So I feel like things are going to be brought out into the open, that things are actually going to happen. And it's going to give you opportunity, offering you new opportunities. But what you do with it, is, of course, is totally up to you. Let's have a look. See, what else does Egyptian famous need to know about this reconciliation? Okay. Okay, with the King of Swords. Feels like there's a lot of thinking to be done in regards to this reconciliation as well. There does seem to be a lot of thinking to be done, which is quite important here. Feels like there's a lot of plans that need to be done. There needs to be a lot of planning, a lot of ideas in regard to the relationship. And here we've got the 2 of coins. So I do feel like there is definitely that connection here, that balance of your well-being. I do get a sense of moving forward. And we get a little bit of connection here. We do get the sense of a connection in regards to the balance, working out what your priorities are and things like that in regards to this. Definitely feels like it's going to be like in the first week. I actually get the 6-week card, 6 weeks here, which sort of stands out quite strongly. So it could be about just after the new year. about the new year, just after the new year, somewhere around there. And so I do feel like the sun's shining on the situation. So it does feel like things are going to come in, definitely offering new opportunities to you both. Definitely feels like there is that opportunity. But there is a lot of thinking to the situation as well. There is a lot of thinking about it, analysing what's going on, looking at plans and being able to communicate clearly as well. Communicate in a logical way as well. Don't get too aggressive with and don't let him get aggressive. But it does feel like there is that moving forward with it. It does feel like there's a working out what your priorities are in regards to this relationship, this reconciliation. Looking at what your priorities are is going to be really important here. So there's a lot of thinking to be done. But the possibility of about 6 weeks, just after 6 weeks, somewhere around there. Right, Pisces. Let's do this last one. I feel like this is the last reading. Okay. Let's do Pisces. Cool. Will Brian be happy with the gift that you sent? Let's have a look. Okay, this is the last reading, guys. This is the end of it. I've really been on for too long. I'm going to burn out if I'm not careful. So I do need to be very, very careful. And I've just messed up all my decks, put them in the wrong places. I put things in certain places. Right, so I know where everything is. Right, it's what happens when you live tiny. So let's have a look. Anybody else live tiny? Anyone else in a tiny house? I'm watching the incredible tiny homes. Right, will Brian be happy with the gift I sent? Let's do the Japanese tarot with this one, vintage Japanese tarot. Will Brian be happy with the gift I sent? Oh, I've been on a lot longer than I should be. I love tiny homes. I know, I got so interested in tiny homes. I live in a caravan with an annex. I've been watching those Incrediboxes from Incredible Tiny Homes. 20,000, 25 off grid. I mean, amazing, amazing, amazing. And what he charges us for rent per month, like $200 a month for rent. So cheap. It's so cheap. And what a cool little community. So anyway, Pisces, let's have a look. Will Brian be happy with the gift I sent? What's Brian's reaction to the gift? Oh, felt that one there. So first we got Ace of Pentacles. Very positive. Feels like with Ace of Pentacles is normally looking at the potential of something. So the potential is that it's positive. Feels like it's going to be really good. Like it's really there. And so we've got the sense of, and yet we've got the Hermit, which is about isolation, solitude. There'll be a lot of thinking about it, reflecting about it. Could be a lot of meditation about it. So I think Brian's going to look at the potential of the thing and sort of reflect on what it could mean. I feel like Brian's going to reflect on what does the gift actually mean. Pisces. Oh, King me. I'm really on the last reading. I've been on for quite some time. Okay. Pisces. I've just got some cards flipped out and they just about hit me in the face. So I don't know if you can sort of see. They sort of landed like on my hand like this. This is how it landed. So I'm going to use these cards in the reading because they actually flipped out one at a time as I was shuffling and landed on my hand. They didn't even shift. It wasn't even a clump. It was just like one at a time. It was so funny from different places. So let's have a look. The first one here was 3 of Cups. Reason to celebrate. So I think there's going to be a little bit of reflecting about it. What does it mean? What is the gift? What's the potential of the gift actually mean? It's going to be a celebration. So it feels really positive energy about it. Okay, we've got 5 of Pentacles. So a sense of thinking about himself a little bit in this situation. So he's going to be thinking about himself. He do feel like it's a sense of being led out of the cold. So he's going to feel quite warm about the whole situation. It does feel very positive. Again, you get that sense of prosperity about the situation. So it does feel really, really cool. So there is a sense of equilibrium, a sense of balance, a sense of being able. So he's going to try and look for the truth of the situation. He wants to know the facts. He wants to know what's actually going on. Why did you send him the gift? What did the gift actually mean? What does it mean? Was it a gift for a present, or was it just because you were thinking about him, or you thought that he would really like the gift that you sent? So I think there's going to be a lot of thinking about the whole situation. He wants to know what's going on in a way. So he's going to think of himself quite a bit. He's going to think about celebration, about it all. I do feel like he wants to know the meaning behind the gift. He wants to know why. So I think he's going to get some questions. I think you're going to be asked some questions. I think he is going to ask you some questions. He wants to know why you sent him the gift. Was it because you were just thinking about him? Was it because you thought that he really liked the gift that you sent? You know, where did the gift come from? Is basically wants to know. So anyway, okay, so King Me, I'm really on this last thing. I've been on for like an hour and a half. I've been a lot longer. I was already on for an hour this morning, which was flat out busy, which was fairly busy, and so I've been on for another hour and a half this now. So I've really, that was it really for me. I'm sorry, King Me. If you want to right, so I'm just about out of here, guys. I'm really sorry. I really sort of wanted to sort of keep going, but I really have to have these boundaries, otherwise I'll burn out. Now, I will be on again next week, so please keep an eye out for my, you can check out my schedule on my community posts. You can find out how to contact me for a private reading if you want to with Ko-Fi. You can see the links down below. You can also check out let me remove that banner. Oh, come on. Okay, so it doesn't want to disappear. Right, so let me get into, that's it. I really got to get going. I really do have to have boundaries, guys. I'm really sorry. I need to take care of me. So I'm going to try and get rid of this.